Every year, as the calendar edges closer to winter's deepest weeks, something unusual happens across the United States. It does not arrive all at once, and it never announces itself loudly. Instead, it slips in gently through glowing windows, quiet snowfall, familiar songs drifting down empty streets, and towns that seem to breathe a little slower than the rest of the world. Christmas, in its purest form, is not confined to decorations or traditions inside a home. In some places, it becomes the atmosphere itself. Entire communities reshape their rhythm around it. Streets stop feeling ordinary. Buildings stop being just structures. Even silence begins to feel meaningful. Across the country, there are towns where Christmas is not treated as a single day or a commercial season, but as a living tradition. These places carry history in their architecture, warmth in their customs, and memory in every corner. Some are quiet, some are dramatic, some feel frozen in time, but all of them offer something rare, an experience rather than an event. This journey explores 10 American towns where Christmas feels real, not manufactured. Places where the season is woven into identity, not rushed for display. From snow-covered mountain villages to glowing historic streets, these towns don't just celebrate Christmas, they protect it. So, slow down for a moment. Imagine the sound of boots on fresh snow, the glow of lights reflected in shop windows, and the comfort of shared tradition. This is where the season still lives. Number 10. Big Bear Lake, California. A snow-covered exception in the West, California is rarely associated with classic winter Christmas scenes, but Big Bear Lake quietly defies that expectation. High in the San Bernardino Mountains, this alpine town becomes a true winter refuge when December arrives. As snow settles over rooftops and pine forests, Big Bear transforms into a place that feels worlds away from nearby highways and warm coastal cities. The lake rests beneath a white landscape, reflecting soft winter light, while the surrounding village fills with garlands, wreaths, and gentle holiday music. The season begins with a community tree lighting that draws locals and visitors together in the heart of the village. From that moment on, Big Bear leans fully into winter celebration. Shop windows glow late into the night. Cafes offer warmth and comfort against the cold air. Lodges crackle with fireplaces and quiet conversation. For those seeking adventure, the surrounding slopes provide skiing, snowboarding, and nighttime tubing under illuminated trails. Others choose slower pleasures walking through the village, sipping something warm, and watching snow fall without urgency. Big Bear Lake offers a rare kind of Christmas for the West Coast, one that feels authentic, unforced, and grounded in nature. It proves that geography does not define holiday spirit. Intention does. Number 9. Branson, Missouri. When Christmas becomes a performance, Branson does not whisper Christmas. It celebrates it boldly. Often called one of America's most festive holiday destinations, Branson embraces December with full commitment. The town's identity is rooted in entertainment, and during Christmas, that energy shifts into something joyful and immersive. At the center of the experience is Silver Dollar City, where hills, pathways, and historic buildings are wrapped in millions of lights. The glow stretches across the park, synchronized with music, creating scenes that feel almost cinematic. Each section carries a different mood, nostalgic, playful, or reverent, allowing visitors to move through the season rather than simply observe it. Beyond the park, theaters across Branson host holiday productions for weeks. Some are intimate and story-driven. Others are large-scale musical celebrations featuring choirs, orchestras, and classic carols performed live. Even hotels and resorts participate, turning lobbies into decorated gathering spaces filled with seasonal displays. Branson's Christmas works because it is intentional. It understands what it does best, storytelling through performance and channels that strengthen into tradition. For families and travelers who want Christmas to feel lively and full, Branson delivers without hesitation. Number 8. Natchitoches, Louisiana. Southern Christmas, reflected in light. Christmas in Natchitoches moves to a different rhythm, slower, warmer, and deeply rooted in culture. This historic Louisiana town transforms each winter through a celebration centered around Cane River Lake. Hundreds of thousands of lights stretch across the waterfront, reflecting off the water's surface and turning the area into a glowing corridor of color and warmth. What sets Natchitoches apart is duration. The celebration unfolds over weeks, not days. Fireworks illuminate the sky on select nights. Parades roll through town filled with music, dancers, and local pride. Horse-drawn carriages glide past historic homes decorated in classic Southern style. Food plays an essential role here. Traditional Creole flavors shape the season, offering comfort and connection through shared meals. Music fills the air, blending holiday themes with regional identity. Natchitoches shows that Christmas does not need cold weather to feel genuine. Here, the season is expressed through hospitality, community, and light carried gently across water and memory. Number 7. St. Augustine, Florida. When history glows after dark. St. Augustine carries centuries of history, and during Christmas, that history shines. The city's famous Nights of Light celebration transforms streets, bridges, and historic buildings into a sea of warm white illumination. Millions of small lights wrap palm trees and stone structures alike, blending old-world architecture with modern brilliance. Walking through the historic district at night feels surreal. Ancient walls glow softly. Courtyards shimmer. Reflections ripple across the harbor. The absence of snow only heightens the contrast, reminding visitors that Christmas magic is not limited by climate. One of the most memorable traditions is the Regatta of Lights, where boats decorated in festive themes move slowly through the water, their reflections doubling the spectacle. Music, food, and gentle ocean air complete the experience. Street Augustine proves that Christmas can be both timeless and unexpected. Here, the season is carried not by snowfall, but by light layered over history. Number 6. Santa Fe, New Mexico. A Christmas built on quiet and candlelight. Santa Fe offers one of the most reflective Christmas experiences in the country. Rather than overwhelming displays, the city relies on a single, powerful element, light. Thousands of luminarias line rooftops, pathways, and adobe walls, casting a soft glow across the desert landscape. The effect is calm, reverent, and deeply moving. The most iconic tradition is the Canyon Road Farolito Walk. On a cold December evening, locals and visitors walk the mile-long road illuminated entirely by lanterns. Art galleries open their doors. Musicians perform quietly along the way. Conversation slows. The night feels intentional. Churches host midnight services rooted in centuries-old customs. Plazas feature traditional music. Cultural performances add depth without distraction. Santa Fe's Christmas is not about excess. It is about presence. It invites reflection rather than rush, reminding visitors that sometimes the most powerful celebrations are the quiet ones. Number 5. Durango, Colorado. A Christmas you don't just watch you ride through. In Durango, Christmas is not limited to lights or decorations. It moves. It whistles through the mountains. It pulls you into a story. The town's most iconic holiday experience is a winter train journey inspired by the Polar Express. But calling it a ride undersells what actually happens. Families arrive dressed in pajamas. Children clutch golden tickets. Parents smile before the train even begins to move, because they already know this is not an ordinary night. As the steam locomotive pulls away from the station, Durango's snow-covered wilderness becomes part of the experience. Inside the train cars, hot cocoa is served. Carols echo through the aisles, and storytellers bring a familiar tale to life. When Santa finally appears, moving from car to car, the moment feels sincere, not rushed, not commercialized. Outside the train experience, Durango carries classic mountain town charm. Snow blankets, rooftops. Pine trees glow with soft lights. Downtown streets feel welcoming, lined with local shops offering handmade gifts rather than mass-produced decor. Nearby, the San Juan Mountains provide skiing, snowshoeing, and sleigh rides that complete the setting. Even a quiet walk through town feels cinematic, as if the environment itself supports the magic. Durango succeeds because it blends imagination with authenticity. The experience does not feel staged, it feels earned. Christmas here is something you step into, not something you observe from a distance. Number 4. Frankenmuth, Michigan. A town where Christmas never ends. In Frankenmuth, Christmas does not arrive in December, it already lives there. Known as Michigan's Little Bavaria, this town is home to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, the largest Christmas store in the world. Open every day of the year, it offers endless aisles of ornaments, lights, and decorations representing traditions from across the globe. But during winter, Frankenmuth extends far beyond its most famous attraction. Bavarian-style buildings glow with garlands and lights. Streets are trimmed with evergreen and ribbon. Carolers fill the air with familiar melodies, and horse-drawn carriages move slowly through snow-covered roads. At the center of town, a towering Christmas tree becomes a nightly gathering point. Light shows synchronized to music draw crowds who stop, watch, and share the moment together. No rush, no pressure, just tradition. Restaurants serve hearty comfort food that feels designed for cold nights and long conversations. Shops remain welcoming rather than overwhelming. Everything about Frankenmuth suggests permanence, as if Christmas was never meant to leave. This is not a place that celebrates the season temporarily. Frankenmuth protects it year-round, and during December, that commitment becomes impossible to miss. Number 3. Woodstock, Vermont, where tradition outlasts time. Woodstock feels like a memory brought back to life. Tucked into Vermont's rolling hills, this New England town embraces Christmas through heritage rather than spectacle. The season here is built on community, continuity, and respect for the past. The heart of Woodstock's celebration is Wassail Weekend, a tradition rooted in Old English customs. Horse parades move through the village. Homes open their doors to visitors. Townspeople dress in period clothing, not as performers, but as participants honoring tradition. Candlelit walks wind through snow-dusted streets. Gingerbread competitions bring neighbors together. Historic homes glow from within, lit softly rather than brightly. Snow often blankets the surrounding countryside, softening edges and quieting sound. Covered bridges frame winter scenes that feel untouched by modern time. Local markets offer handcrafted goods that feel personal items meant to be kept, not consumed. Woodstock does not attempt to impress visitors. It invites them in. The experience feels honest, because it is not trying to be anything other than itself. This is Christmas preserved, not reinvented. Number 2. New York City. New York. Christmas on the world's grandest scale. No city carries Christmas quite like New York. As winter settles in, the city transforms into a global symbol of the season. The towering tree at Rockefeller Center becomes more than decoration, it becomes a destination. Lights reflect off glass towers, ice skaters glide below, and millions pause just long enough to feel the moment. Holiday markets appear across parks and plazas, offering handcrafted gifts, warm seasonal food, and the familiar scent of roasted treats cutting through cold air. Department store windows become storytelling displays, drawing crowds night after night. Classic experiences define the season here. Ice skating beneath city lights, timeless performances in historic theaters, streets filled with music, movement, and anticipation. What makes New York special is contrast. Amid noise and scale, moments of quiet still exist. A snowfall in Central Park, a late-night walk through glowing streets, a shared pause beneath lights that have become tradition. New York's Christmas is bold, emotional, and unforgettable. It does not aim for subtlety. It embraces spectacle and somehow still manages to feel personal. Number 1. Leavenworth, Washington, America's ultimate Christmas village. At the top of the list stands a town that does not decorate for Christmas. It transforms into it. Leavenworth, tucked into the Cascade Mountains, is a Bavarian-inspired village that feels transported from another world. During the holiday season, every building, street, and rooftop becomes part of a unified Christmas vision. Each evening, thousands of lights illuminate the town simultaneously, turning cobblestone streets into glowing pathways. Alpine architecture frames the scene. Snow-covered peaks rise in the distance, and festive music carries through the air. Visitors do not simply walk through Leavenworth. They slow down inside it. Christmas markets offer handcrafted gifts and warm seasonal treats. Sleigh rides glide through snowy landscapes just beyond town. Winter trails invite snowshoeing and quiet exploration. One of Leavenworth's most unique attractions is the Nutcracker Museum, home to thousands of nutcrackers collected from around the world. A fitting symbol for a town that celebrates Christmas globally while preserving local heart. Leavenworth does not compete with other Christmas destinations. It defines the standard. Christmas is not just lights, music, or tradition. It is memory. It is connection. It is the rare feeling that time has slowed long enough for us to notice what matters. Across the United States, these towns protect that feeling in their own ways. Some do it through quiet candlelight. Others through music, snow, or celebration on a grand scale. But all of them share one thing in tension. They remind us that Christmas is not something we rush through. It is something we step into. And beyond these places, there are countless stories still waiting, towns overlooked, traditions fading, moments hidden just beyond the headlines. That is where this journey continues. This is Untold Blueprint, where stories run deeper than roads, and places reveal what time tries to forget.